Gas Talk.
We're making a poll. Who's more handsome? And I guarantee I will win. I didn't even realize we were recording.
I don't know.
With Pink Pony Club playing
You ain't
it.
confident at all, and now are you?
No, I still am.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
handsome as fuck, boy.
You could be as handsome as you want to be, sir.
I'm more
But when
handsome
I
than
walk
you.
into
I
the
am
room,
more handsome. I
it's
catch
not
more
about you.
eyes. I catch more eyes.
You'd be like, yeah, how is he even in the same vicinity?
Yeah, because
Chuck.
you are ugly. Welcome back. This is podcast.
This is a podcast, yes. And this is Gas Talk, your favorite Michigan-based educational and informational cannabis-based podcast. Yeah, there you go. No worries.
I mean, it's not even a podcast at this point. Now it's just a web show.
Is it? Yeah. It's a show where if you actually listen, you'll get some gems and you'll take that shit to real life and apply it and be a decent motherfucker. But, can you scoot over just a smidge, bro? Oh. Anyway, this is Gas Talk. I am Chuck. Thank you all for tuning in as always, taking the time out your day to listen to us fuck around. But yeah, this week we got nothing but gas coming at you. A little rosin talk. As some companies fall off, some companies, kind of step their game up out of nowhere. Some companies making a comeback. You got other new companies, flower companies stepping up in the game, coming out the woodworks. The woodworks, it's fucking what?
Coming out of nowhere.
It's like
for real though.
There's, over 1,000 brands in Michigan now?
Yeah.
Like, you would think weed being such a oh my god, oh no thing back in the day that this shit wouldn't have got here this fast.
Yeah, and like what I think a lot of people don't notice is how many brands there are out there because everyone just gets hung up on all like the Instagram brands, like the flashy packaging, like all that type of
You could go
stuff.
a whole year without touching any of the brands you see on Instagram and
easily.
all that shit.
And still be smoking fire.
Yeah.
So like that's a crazy thing.
But they don't do all that marketing shit. That's that Cali way that we adopted.
And like with the exception of a few brands that we'll talk about, not many of them are really, doing well.
I know your favorite, they just came out with some fire ass jars.
Yeah, and it's funny, we'll talk about that when we bring them up.
Dope. I like the embossed. That means you can feel it. It's a little,
Texture.
has a little texture to it. Yes, for those who want to expand their vocabulary.
But yeah, so I mean, especially with like the Olympics coming up, and not Olympics, but Bring Your Best Bag. This is kind of our version of who we think's doing it great, who do we think is kind of falling off, who needs to step it up. So, I mean,
that's all up to the judges, really, because it's not like there's a box for the public like it is for the Olympics. So this is just like, hey, in-house, I feel. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but
type shit.
Like, just like you and I, we're going to be out there running around doing our thing. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll see some new stuff, but, it all kind of depends. But, anyways, we can kind of get into it, especially with, like, all the hype that's been around, solventless, rosin, all that type of shit. Let's kind of get into the brands that I personally think have fallen off. I don't really see any.
As far as rosin or just resin concentrate?
Rosin
overall.
specifically.
Rosin specifically?
Yeah, like nobody really gives a fuck about BHO anymore.
I would hope not. For your health.
But yeah,
and
so
smoking experience.
Like I remember when Metric first came on, but probably like 2-3 years after Metric came on, a couple of these guys that we're going to talk about, a couple of those older guys, a couple of the newer guys that kind of got into it later, who they somewhat came out strong, but then sadly they fell off like bad dope, which was
I mean, could that's just a multitude of reasons why companies can fall off, though. You could not have your SOPs and shit right, metric and fines beat your ass, or your shit's just not good. But I mean, if you fall off, I guess you're saying they were decent, they were okay.
Yeah, they were doing straight or
disappeared.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, kick it off. Fifth Age. They were the first Michigan company I saw doing like that full wrap rosin jar in metric with, like you said, that type of labeling and, you know, package wrapping on it. Yeah, it came out super tough. Had good contracts with good growers, and then
Yeah, they did all outsourcing. But it's like, I mean, did they fall off, or are they just not in the stores that you purchased? Like, what's considered a fall off? You don't see them on the gram no more.
I don't hear anybody talking about them. I really don't see anything on social media, like with as big of a push that they initially made to kind of see.
You would think they kind of kept the momentum.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because they were at a couple of the events we went to, their booth seems to have a crowd around it, and then
I guess when you say it like that, like you don't even see them at events, like
like they're
sponsoring the table.
Yeah, they're not like out here like
not even
that
just
anymore.
entering competition.
Yeah,
well, maybe
exactly.
They could have decided to be one of 1,000 brands that just nobody knows, and they just move weight, and
Yeah, you know.
they could have downsized or some shit. You never know. But I get what you're saying. Like they're not seen.
Yeah, they're not popping off the way they were.
Out of sight, out of mind. I get it.
Exactly.
That's
Next one, the one that everyone, I personally think, overhyped when they first came to Michigan, and I mean, to this day, I still think a lot of people do overhype them. And when I say I put them on this list for falling off, one of my deciding factors was like cost versus quality as well. And
All right, there we go.
okay, give me your guess.
Are you about to say 710?
Yep, 710
Just because you
labs.
said cost to what you're getting, it's like
Yeah, so
But then they still have their clientele, their market that's like, I die by that shit.
oh yeah, they definitely have like that cult based following, but you know, on one of the companies I put on the popping off side, they have that same cult following, but you know, they're still out here putting out good product for a good price without
Which is who?
all the bells and whistles. I gotta finish the first topic first. We're going.
Well, you said popping off. I thought you was about to
No, we got like
do
two
a little
more.
tidbit.
Fucking 710 Savant.
They had hash.
Exactly.
I mean, they're still around though. I still see them.
But
They got
exactly,
the
you
little 2 gram jar. Shout out to P, my boy Big P. I like 710. I don't think they fell off.
710 Savant or something.
Savant is okay. Like they do their thing. They would never claim to be like one of those
Yeah, they did because they won all those caregiver.
but Metric's different. I mean, did they come over to Metric side popping that shit like, yeah, we're the best
Yes.
we got? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yup.
I just
Like, at least the sales rep at my last store, when they came in and talked to me to try to carry them.
But that's a rep though. That's one person. You have a person.
Yeah, but then the product sat on my shelf. So that's not just my opinion. That's everybody's opinion.
You might
Because
have
if they
bought
thought
too
it was good, they would have bought.
You might have bought 2.
I bought a case of each flavor.
24 pop.
Ain't none of that shit move.
That's one store.
Then I guess 2 that I would want to see doing better is Hana or Huna. I'm pretty sure it's Hana hash.
Huna.
Yeah.
HUNNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they popped off when they first came out. Then I haven't really seen too much from them. So
Consistency, bro. That's
yeah,
what
I
it
know
sounds
they're
like.
gonna be at Bring Your Best Bag. So hopefully they'll have something to show
It's
us and
all about
whatnot.
consistency. I mean, can you anybody can make a splash? Your first batch can always be gas, but can you put it out? Can you adapt from the caregiver shit to metric?
Yeah.
It's a lot that go into it. Like your first drop can always be gas. I'd also put Ice Cream Hash Company in there. I really fucked with them.
Yeah, you did.
I did. It was affordable. It was fire. I made hella donuts out of it, but then they just kind of slowly phased out. I guess they smaller crops and drops and shit. I don't know, but it happens to. I wonder how many brands like licenses overall has been in Michigan since consumption.
Oh, I would love to see that
You know what I
number.
mean?
I would love to see that number.
Like it's probably up there compared to the amount of brands that's actually around now functioning and like working.
Yeah.
It's probably about half. Or they rebranded.
I would say like 75%.
Or they rebranded and had to start over.
Yeah.
Like figured out the sauce or the formula.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
For sure.
So, yeah, those are the companies I thought were falling off, and, you know, that's where those ones are. Companies I think are actually doing pretty well, and, you know, they've been doing pretty well consistently. Eastside Alchemy, you know, always dropping new flavors, always have new collabs.
I'd say they've been like the model of consistency as far as rosin.
Yeah, so would I.
In Michigan.
Yeah.
So, for sure.
IE does really well in the solventless game, but, you know, no, I would say
in the
they're more
metro
specifically, and funny enough, in my notes I put, you know, more specifically in the Ann Arbor, side of town,
they definitely
Jackson,
run Ann Arbor.
like, those guys are doing really well, and, you know, shout out to Aaron and Drew and those guys, you know, they're the homies. But yeah, they're doing it well. Fucking surprisingly, and I was surprised as shit by this one, but whenever I see their product, I'm always pretty surprised, is North Coast. Just because they're one of those, you know, HOD brands, so, you know, you really never know what you're going to get with them, but, you know, they have contracts
you're gonna get,
with...
like, the cooling pack in there, little ice pack, keep it
Yeah,
fresh.
but, like, they're getting good starting material, they have, like, contracts with, like, PG, a couple other, like, reputable flower growers, so... You know.
Yeah, but then but speaking of, like, up and coming, they're not really up and coming, but they moved to the hash side, all those flower brands that had fire flower, and now they're taking the smaller batches or certain select ones and making rosin. They're up there too, and that shit's fire.
Wait, who?
Like PG, Exotic, High Tech,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
coming out with rosin and shit out too. And I feel
now
like
they're just single sourcing.
yeah, and that's
Yeah, they're doing really well.
And I would put those above North Coast. Like I didn't tell you last time I copped it. Like I wanted to grab a jar of North Coast.
Yeah, but now that they've lowered their price and it's more affordable, like, it's not nearly as bad.
Once you shit on my salad, I don't really like to eat it again.
Not feel you.
Yeah.
War Processing, Wizard of Roz.
Yeah.
They have good shit. I haven't gotten a chance to smoke it yet. Well, I'll say I haven't gotten a chance to dab it. I've smoked it in donuts, and the rosin always tastes really good, so...
So how do you feel about vice versa? Because I saw today. Was it today? Recently. Like Wojo's coming out with flour. Like
so I actually have some of the Wojo flour at the shop I'm at right now, and it sucks.
Super terpy, no high?
Super terpy, it's all like...
Excuse me, filthy.
You can tell it's weed that they grew to extract and like wash and
That's
shit.
what I was gonna say. Like, how do you feel about? Because I've had a couple of the brands, and they're cool, like super flavorful. But the high, as far as the flour high, it's not really there. Like, you can see why they extracted it and made it into a rosin or whatever. But you know, it's cool.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one, companies that are making a surprise comeback that I personally was not fucking expecting.
Cloud King.
Yep.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yep. Cloud King's one of them. Glow Farms is one of them.
Fucking Redbud Roots.
Yep. Redbud Roots has really good bulk flour. Their rosin's really good and affordable. So
you know what I will say? I had their full spectrum carts. I was fucked up on the way home.
Yeah, those things have
Like
always
better
been
than,
solid.
would that be distillate or would it just be full spectrum?
Full spectrum. It's like what?
Is it in between distillate and live resin, or is it its own thing? You get what I'm saying? You get
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
asking?
One of y'all motherfuckers comment and give us the correct answer. I'm not trying to get. Because
I'm not asking
really,
you to give me a wrong answer. I'm just
I just don't know enough about it to even like
chill out.
really speak on it. So, like, companies that I think are doing, you know, really well. Freshy, naturally, high tech, naturally.
That's what I'm smoking. Rainbow Sangria.
That's what I'm saying. Nate and Canico, they've been dropping his fucking warheads, and it has been selling out everywhere.
See, so next thing we gotta do like some store tours, cause I gotta find this shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm so good at sticking with what I know, which is cool, but you're not the first person that said mitten with some shit, so.
Something. Yeah, I know, right? Like,
and I see it on the gram.
It's always photogenic. Like, it looks good, and like people that I know smoke good weed are always buying it. So, yeah, we should grab some.
What is good weed, Spencer?
Sticky, pretty, good flavor, good smell, gets your blood. And good taste.
So, would you rather have good rosin or good flower?
Good flower.
Damn, I thought that was gonna be a stumper.
No.
All right.
Good flower. Companies falling off like bad dope. The ones that they kind of seem to do a lot, but I don't know. Their flower just doesn't really do it for me. Pressure pack.
Yeah.
Gus's. 710.
Again, bro, what is your gripe with them? You just want them to go back to Cali and Florida?
No, bro. Their prices versus what they put out does not match. And it's not even good weed for what they charge. Like, even when they were selling, like, the little white pucks, those bitches were so expensive, and the weed in it was not even good. Like...
Okay. Speak your piece, brother.
Local Grove.
You think they fell off like that?
I mean, I don't really see them putting out new strains. They were, like, one of the first exotic brands in metric, and they were killing it. I loved their weed. Like, their Runts was one of my favorite flowers for a long fucking time.
I mean,
but then now that
Puff, House of Dank, like, they're still out.
Yeah, but like they're still in like those like they're in the stores you would expect them to be in,
but they're not getting pushed out to.
Yeah, like they're not getting bought out the way they were before.
Yeah, I mean, but who really is though? Like whose drops getting bought out? Nobody's.
Doghouse sells out really well. Growing Pain sells out really well.
Sells out really well in like what is the time frame? Because
like within a week, Flavored sells out fast. Like. Yeah, it's stuff like that, man.
That would be considered premier though. Like that's the right price point. That's the right high. That's the right flavor.
No, it's because that's what people want. So people are willing to spend them. Exactly.
And it's affordable. Doja can be as good as it fucking want to be. I'm still not spending 60 a fucking eighth religiously.
Yeah, but cost versus quality. You can get something just as good from one of the brands I mentioned without spending 60 an eighth.
That's what I mean. It's another example.
Yeah.
It's like my fucking furniture metaphor that you didn't understand.
No, I didn't. But yeah, then where do you think we stand with this whole hand roll thing? Because out of all the companies that I just listed, you really don't see any of them doing fucking hand rolls anymore. Not as much as they were. They're not putting that focus they were.
They're not
2 years ago or even a year ago.
I feel like they left that because, I mean, it was what? You had your 2 or 3 rollers and them shits was way too expensive. Now you have a community of rollers and I feel like out of all the cannabis cliques, like they're the coolest ones. Like they all just stay in their lane, they get their money, they don't hate on each other. And it's getting to a point where it's art. And it's like I'm giving you a craft. So it's gotten a little bit cheaper. I fuck with the hand roll movement. I don't even like pre-rolls, like papers, but I fuck with one. I grab it. Now a doink, like a rosin doink, I think I'm really straight on those. But a little 2 gram hand roll.
See, again, I don't like them just because. Maybe it's because like I roll a really good joint, so it just makes more sense.
A blunt by Chuck. Get your mind out the gutter, bro.
You're a fucking idiot.
It's great branding, marketing. Thank you.
But yeah, I just think it's a little. I think that whole wave's kind of crashing a bit, and I'm not sad to see it go.
I feel
Especially, like, I just saw there's some store in, I think, Roseville or some shit, where they have in-house rolling
a lot of
2
stores
days
do.
a week.
Like they roll up right there for you. Like,
Yeah.
That's interesting. But I know like stores in particular, like, they'll have like their off-brand. They just have a roller who rolls that shit up. And then, but me personally, like,
and that's fine because you can buy those, and those are usually like $20 for 2 grams of flour.
and that's what they. I mean, so
These other guys that are charging $30-$40 for.
that's like a good doink nowadays. Like a good donut.
No, because there's still guys out there just putting 2-gram hand rolls, like the pressure pack hand rolls, the GT rolls.
Don't like pressure pack. I mean, not that I don't like it, but I'm not getting that. But like those friends, high tech and favorite dropped the little collabs they did. It was like 40. You go to the right store. It's not bad. And it was a donut. But what I was going to say is, I just go straight to the roller. They usually got better shit anyway.
That's true.
And it's usually cheaper.
Well, hand rollers, get at me.
I fuck with the hand
Change
rollers.
my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Cause let me see what y'all got.
Yeah, going straight to the source is always better. It's not necessarily dead. You just got to be tapped into that community.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
do a whole event with a hand roller. So yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah. And like I liked and really enjoyed the hand rolls that I did get, and like the homies hooked me up with. What I'm saying is, I don't see the necessity for them in the market for them being expensive that they are as they are.
I think they're a niche thing. The
I mean,
case
a super
size,
niche
the case size is gonna have to
Come down,
and then it's really just gonna be for like marketing and like dopeness purposes for the roller and the brand. Like, oh, I got this one shit coming out for $20. Cool, fuck with it. But I'm not about to, as a buyer, I'm not about to buy hand rolls every 3 orders because them shits don't sell.
No.
But they'll sell for a
special
reason.
occasion.
It's our Olympics coming up. Let's drop these hand rolls. Like, I guarantee you that shit'll happen. Free sauce, you're welcome. It's just, it's not an everyday buy unless you got that. Unless you got that fucking one guy who flew in and he's like, I only smoke those, and he'll spend whatever the fuck. But that one douchebag is not gonna make me keep buying cases.
Nah, hell no.
He'll just buy some different shit in the store.
Yeah.
So, I get you on that.
But yeah, speaking of hand rolls falling off, kind of, at least from what I'm saying, how do we feel about the new wave that's coming in, the sprayed fucking flour and like sprayed moon rocks and shit?
Nope.
The Yum Yums, the
Chuck don't like it.
Zoomies,
Nope.
neither do I.
Nope.
Okay, yeah.
So
Don't smoke sprayed weed.
Chuck feels like if you sprayed your weed for one, there was something wrong with it to begin with. It wasn't up to par to just be smoked by itself. That's even with just infusing it, distillate infused, all that shit. Like I really like the niggas from Cali Blaze, but I'm not about to smoke that shit. It's just things like that, like Jeter, all of that shit. No, thank you. So you spraying it with some shit that smells like permanent marker, but you just got this shit from an outdoor grow?
Not for
no,
us.
thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
I'd rather you grab that $10 A for Funhouse.
Yep. Something.
So, but again, just my educated opinion.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't smoke sprayed shit. But yeah, with summer quickly approaching, or at least April quickly approaching, got some events coming up. We got Bring Your Best Bag.
Yeah, that's most recent. That's coming up. Shit, bingo. That's gonna happen. We got a little trivia. Bingo, I got invited to. See, told you I'm handsome. People invite me to things. You didn't even know about it. Boom. Also got invited to the Stoners Ball. 2. You didn't get invited to that. That's 2 checks for being handsome for Chuck. There's a lot.
I'm so more handsome. Let's just get invited to weird weed events.
What have you got invited to? Silence is speaking volumes right now.
I hate you so much. It's not because you're more handsome. It's because you're more active on social media than me.
I post my children. I don't even post the cannabis.
We digress, Chuck. Stay on topic, ugly.
Leader of the debate team. Don't start with me, motherfucker.
Ugly.
You will lose.
Never that. Never lost. But these big brands have. Cresco, Pressure Bag, Hyman, Sea Junkie, Backpack Boys, Cookies.
It all sounds like integrity. You lose integrity, you lose it all. That's what that sounds like to me.
What do you mean? So I lost mine, or they lost theirs?
Brands.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And that's the one similarity I hear in them all falling off. It's like,
Like, is Hyman even a thing anymore?
I hope not. It should only be a thing for what it was intended to. It should not be the name of a cannabis brand.
Well, yeah, makes sense. Then, to wrap up our show, what products do you want to see coming to the market, the summer of 2025?
My wants are far beyond the realm of normal folks, because you can't have tobacco and you can't sell them in dispensaries.
What metric
I
allowed?
I want to see a BBC on the shelf, bro. Like sitting on the shelf, just straight up, waiting to get put in somebody's mouth. Just there. I would really like to see that. But I guess as far as a metric allowed thing,
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I said I want to see it on somebody's shelf, sitting up. Oh, that she wasn't asking me. I like the way the flower is kind of going, like we kind of talked about last time, the half-ounce jars. If you can just see the consistency of that and the OG make a comeback.
Yeah.
And
exactly
it's
what I was
coming.
gonna say.
Everybody's been saying it. It's coming. The fucking experts on the podcast, people actually watching shit, they've been saying it, and the other growers, and they're like, yeah, it's coming. So when that shit hit, and I really feel like I'm buying it from the trap back in 2012 when I was home from school and I first started smoking, and that $5 bag got me stuck on my ass.
I'm dead.
If that comes back, the good weed, this Zai is cool, but this Zai has nothing on the Zai from back in the day.
OGs till I die.
So yeah, that's what I want to see for show on the show. What about you, my friend?
OGs, good gassy weed, diesels. I like to see GMO make a comeback. Nobody really grows GMO anymore.
You got some GMOGs out there and GMOZs. And
I want a good
I feel
GMO,
you.
a nice, musty, funky,
dumbass
stinky,
cultivators.
sticky GMO. I want that.
They got rid of all the fucking genetics.
Yeah, all the good caregiver cuts.
For the candy. So,
I still got crack ass cuts of foreign cut cookies, purple mint cookies. I still got all the genetics that we had won cups with back in the day, during the caregiver days. I still got, so yeah. I'm just gonna set up a little grow in a basement somewhere, in a warehouse, and have my own.
I feel you, but no, that'd be dope to see. That'd be a dream come true. My birthday in the summer, get it just a nice pound.
Yeah, I'll sell you a pound for $1,500 for your birthday and the birthday love.
Oh, thanks, Spencer. You're the greatest.
Everybody else can be getting them for $25, $30. So, got you, my baby.
I bet. I
But
appreciate you.
This has been another episode of the Smoker's Favorite Podcast, the most educational podcast, the most handsome podcast.
I'd say we up there for that, because it's not a lot.
That be
most
looking
niggas.
like me, carrying this show.
I can definitely walk outside my house and see 15 people that look like you.
Yeah, but they're not as handsome as me. I can walk out of my house and see 15 people that look like you.
False.
Not false. I will bite your
or
damn
that
finger
look
off.
like me.
I will bite your damn finger off.
Anyway, y'all see where this is going. Appreciate y'all as always. The one and only Chuck.
Spence, this is Gas Talk. Peace.
Gas Talk.